Hello, my dear children, and welcome back to another session in science. Now, children, in the previous lesson, we learnt about the skeletal system and the nervous system. Now, as you know, there are many organ systems in our body. So, today we will begin with lesson 8, that is circulatory system and excretory system. Now children, what is the circulatory system? Now, what is the meaning of circulatory? Circulatory means to circulate. So what is the circulatory system circulating in our body? It circulates or it transports oxygen, food and water to all the parts of our body. Now we will go ahead to hear about the circulatory system in detail. Now what are the parts that are present, or what are the organs that are there in our circulatory system? The heart. Yes, the heart is very important and it is the first part that is there in our circulatory system. Blood that flows all into our body, all over our body, and the blood vessels. Now children, we will go part by part, organ by organ to see their functions. Now children, let us begin with the first organ of the first part that is there in the circulatory system, and that is the heart. Now children, if you remember when we were doing the muscular system in lesson number 7, I had told you that the heart is a cardiac muscle. So what is the actual function of muscles? What do? They contract and they relax. So the heart also contracts and relaxes. Yes, can you see? This is the heart muscle. It is a pumping machine. Now pumping, why is it said as pumping? Because it contracts. That is the time when it is pushing the blood out of the muscle, and it relaxes when it is collecting all the blood again. So it keeps on pumping, it keeps on moving. So it contracts and it relaxes. So that contracting and relaxing effect is giving the pumping machine effect to the heart. Yes, can you see over here children the pumping effect of the heart? Yes, see, the heart is pumping. Can you see over here how it is pumping? Correct. Very good. Then the heart it lies between the lungs and it is slightly towards the left side of the chest. Now these are our lungs. These are the lungs in our body, in our rib cage. It is protected by the rib cage over here, and it can you see this is the heart that is between the lungs. But children, it is more towards the left side, more towards the left side of your chest. It is tilted slightly towards the left side. That's why when a person is having heart attack, first thing he'll rub is left side. So it is tilted towards the left side. And the size of our heart is the size of our fist. It is the size of our fist. Okay, if you put your fist like this, that is the size of your heart. That is the size of your heart. Now children, we'll go to the next part in the circulatory system, and that is blood. Now we all know that the red fluid that flows in our blood, or the red substance that flows around in our blood, if we get a hurt, if you get a cut, when you fall down, what comes out? A red color fluid or a red color liquid comes out of your body, and that is your blood, isn't it children? anytime if you get a cut on your head, or you get a cut on your hand or on your legs, or some bruises when you're running on the ground and you fall, your skin breaks. So what comes out? Blood comes out. That is something red, a red substance or a red fluid or a red liquid, whatever you want to say, that is blood. And we all have it in our bodies. Now children, can you see in this picture that there are few pipes that are blue color, red color. Can you see this is our heart pumping? And can you see these network of pipes or tubes over here? Yes, some are red and some are blue. Now children, actually this comes under the blood vessels. But to make you understand this, I need to tell you. Now, the blood, that is you can see these blue pipes, they are carrying carbon dioxide rich blood, and the red pipes are carrying oxygen rich blood. Now these blue pipes, or the blue network, is called our veins, and the red network is called our arteries. Now, so children, the red one, so the blood carries oxygen to all parts of the body through the arteries. So the blood means the blood carries all oxygen. The red arteries carry oxygen to all parts of the body from the heart. And the veins, that is the blue color, that is the blood in the blue color pipes or the veins, carries carbon dioxide from all parts of the body to the heart. Now, the blood also carries nutrients and other substances. Now, over here, can you see this part is our stomach? This is our liver, and it is very faint because here we are focusing more on the circulatory system. When we do digestive system, you'll be able to see all other parts clearly. So over here is our stomach. So when we eat food, children, it goes into our stomach, and our stomach uses many kind of chemicals and substances or some kind of fluids that is already present in our stomach to break down the food into various nutrients that we have learnt in the food lesson. And then it spreads it to all parts of the body through the blood, that the blood takes the food or the nutrients and all important minerals and all to all the parts of the body. Now children, if you remember, in the previous slide I had told you what these networks are called. These pipes, these tubes, what are they called? The red ones are called arteries, and why they are red is because they are carrying oxygen rich blood from the heart to the other parts of the body. And what did I tell you about these blue tubes or blue pipes? They are called the veins. And these veins are called carrying carbon dioxide rich blood from all the parts of the body and taking it to the heart. So the arteries carry rich oxygen rich blood or oxygenated blood from the heart to the other parts of the body, whereas the veins carry deoxygenated blood or carbon dioxide rich blood from the other parts of the body to the heart. Now, there is also the third part in blood vessels, and that is the capillaries. Now, children, can you see the arteries and the veins further divide into capillaries? Now, can you see the small network over here? These are the capillaries. Now usually when sometimes you have too much of eye itching, you itch your eyes too much and you rub it and it turns red, and sometimes that redness remains for 2 to 3 days. You know why? Because either you must have got conjunctivitis, or the capillaries are so thin that if you just rub it too hard, they burst, and it forms a red spot. Same thing sometimes when you get a rash or something and you itch, you get fine red spots. These are not the rash, not a rough surface, not the roughness on your surface. I'm talking about there is no itching, there is no roughness, but there is just a small patch with red spots. It will not be bumps, it will not be a rash, it will not be anything. It is not causing you any trouble, but it is sometimes that the capillaries have burst and they have just spread over there till they get repaired. And how they get repaired? Once the blood flow starts again, the capillaries repair. So capillaries are fine tubes formed by the arteries and by the veins. They are the smallest blood vessels, and all exchange of gases, nutrients, waste takes place in these capillaries. Now children, can you see the arteries are coming, they bringing the oxygenated blood, and the veins are coming bringing the deoxygenated blood or the carbon dioxide rich blood, and they are transferred in the capillaries. Now if you go to Google and see more, no, you will see slight change in the color over here of the blood. It will become little pinkish because they are changing. So there is a cross connection, and this there is an exchange, and this happens in the capillaries. Now we will go ahead to see how the circulatory system works. Now first of all, the oxygen goes through our nose. Yes or no? We inhale it and it goes to the heart. Correct? And from the heart it goes to the other parts of the body. I discussed this. Now how it goes? Now children, the oxygen from the lungs goes, now the blood that goes into the heart, and from the heart it goes to the other parts of the body. Now this red, why have I taken red lines, is because it will represent the arteries, that is the oxygen rich blood. Now then the veins at the same time carry the deoxygenated blood or the carbon dioxide rich blood from the other parts of the body and take it to the heart, and then that blood is resent to the lungs. Now children, when oxygen rich blood is pushed from the lungs to the blood to the heart, it goes and the heart sends it to the other parts of the body. In the same way, the veins carry the deoxygenated blood to the heart and the heart sends it back to the lungs. Now what the lungs does, that carbon dioxide that is in the blood, we exhale it out, it pushes it out, we exhale it, it goes out, and then we breathe in oxygen. So when we breathe in oxygen, the oxygen goes into that same blood and becomes clean blood, it becomes oxygenated blood and it is sent again. Now this process happens continuously 24 hours. Do we stop breathing when we are sleeping? No, we do not stop breathing. Our breathing is continuous. So the heart, the lungs, it is continuously working to keep our blood clean, to push out the carbon dioxide, to take in the oxygen. Okay, children? Now, children, this diagram is also there in your textbook on page number 71. You can refer to that or you can see this. Remember, I have used red to show you the arteries and blue to show you the veins. It is very important for you to remember this, that the arteries carry oxygen rich blood from the heart and take it to the other parts of the body, and veins carries the deoxygenated blood or carbon dioxide rich blood from the other parts of the body to the heart. Okay, so you must remember this and see the arrows carefully that I have used in this diagram. Now to make it even clear, more clear, I have shown you this diagram. See here children, again. Can you see the red arrows are going into the heart because the oxygen rich blood is going from the lungs into the heart, and from here, can you see over here, oxygenated blood is being sent to the other parts of the body. And can you see the deoxygenated blood is going into the lungs from both the sides. The deoxygenated blood, that is the carbon dioxide rich blood, is going into the lungs. And from here, can you see the arrow that is showing that it is going inside deoxygenated or the carbon dioxide rich blood. Children, this is very important for you to understand, and we will discuss this again in the online sessions. Now children, let us go ahead to your heartbeat. Now children, if we place our hands on our chest or on our heart, we can hear or we can feel our heartbeat. Now children, as you know that the heart is a cardiac muscle, so it contracts and relaxes. When it contracts and relaxes, it makes a sound or a beat like this, thuk, thuk, thuk. So that beat or that sound is called the heartbeat. And can you see over here? Yes, when it's pumping, since the heart is a pumping machine, it is pumping, it's contracting and relaxing, and it causes a sound or a beat. Now what is a beat? See, Bryson sir, when he's teaching you 1 2 3 1 2 3, he gives you the beat on the keyboard also. In the same way, the heart also gives out a beat. It moves in a beat, it moves in a rhythm. Now you will hear about this rhythmic movement of the heart when you learn about pulse. So a normal healthy heart beats 60 to 80 times in a minute. A normal healthy human heart beats for 60 to 80 times in a minute. Now we will go ahead to hear what is a pulse. Now children, over here, this part of your wrist, if you just place two fingers and wait silently, you will feel a small vibration or a small movement. That is your pulse. Okay, that is your pulse. Now how this pulse is formed? Now as I told you that the heart contracts and relaxes, causing a beat. Now this beat moves in a rhythmic way, like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. So it moves in a rhythmic way in the blood, rhythmic movement of the blood in the blood vessels. Now does this look familiar down there? Now children, this is the movement of the pulse. This is the movement. This is how the heart. So this is, it moves, and the rhythm. This is the beat. When the heart beats, this is, then it again then here you can see it moves in a rhythmic mode, rhythmic movement. Can you see rhythmic wavy movement? Can you see how the waves are formed? So that shows our pulse. Now if your grandparents or somebody must have been sick, you must have gone with them to the hospital, you must have seen that machine, the cardiac machine over there, a small television, and in that you must have seen this thing moving up and down. Or maybe somebody sick, if you have gone to ever see, you must have seen in the hospital the non-stop movement of this rhythmic waves. Yes, so that is the way they find out whether the heart is beating properly in the correct time, or is it less, or is it more. What is the reason? They need to find out. So the pulse rate shows how fast the heart is beating. Okay children, so as I told you, if you have ever seen a sick person in the hospital, they put clips on the hand, then they put some stickers on the chest, and this is all attached to the machine which shows this rhythmic waves, shows this rhythmic wave movement to see if the heart is beating too fast or it is beating too slow, and then according to that the doctor gives the prescribed medication. Now the assignment for today. You will read pages 69 to 71. Children, if you have any doubt, mark it with a pencil and we will discuss it during the online sessions. There is a set of fill in the blanks given in a brown box on page number 71. You will do those fill in the blanks in the textbook itself with a pencil. Okay, children? Then the diagram of the circulation of blood in the body is given on page number 71, as well as I have shown you in this video. So you can refer to page number 71 also, as well as you can draw the diagram that and I have told you again and again. No problem if the diagram is done little, it's not accurate, that's fine, but it should be your work. Remember that, children. Now, I have also used color scheme of red and blue. I want you also to use red and blue. Draw it with a pencil and color it using red and blue so that I can understand, so that I know that you have understood what I was explaining. So children, stay home, stay safe and break the chain. Have a good day.